morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Oh, here, fix my cushion. Oh, yeah. There. It's a bit better. Good morning to you all. I hope you are all well. Wait to bring my thing forward so I can see what I'm doing. Good morning. Okay, so let me get everything all up and running. Get the sound down first of all. I hope I don't today. Anyway, let me get this up and running. There has been a massive earthquake just off the coast of Japan. It measured 8.8 on the Richter scale. It's the number 6th worst earthquake ever. And let me get my channel on that up. And I've been watching it since I got up this morning, praying to God that it doesn't end really badly. Do you know the funny thing was see the other day I was watching the Boxing Day tsunami. Remember that? It was in Phuket. Weird that these things happen to me. I'm watching a programme and then, right, that's not the right thing. Hold on a minute to I'll put in the pinned message above if anybody wants to become a member of the channel. Copy. And they get special emojis and I give you a wee shout out every Saturday. And it's very much appreciated. Thank you guys for just being here and watching. And if you're enjoying me, give me a thumbs up. If you're not enjoying me, still give me a thumbs up. Go on, go do it. So I this morning, let me get what channel was. I was watching Agenda Free News. I don't know if you've ever watched that channel. Agenda Free TV it's called, right? I've kind of watched it off and on since, remember when the wee boys got stuck in the cave? I've been kind of watching the Agenda Free News, and they tell you as it is, and it's proper news, do you know what I mean? It's no what this celebrity's wearing and what Kim Kardashian had for her lunch. It's not that kind of news, it's proper news, it tells you, right? And it's 8.8 on the Richter scale, and it happened just off the coast of Russia. So part of the USA, we've been keeping our eye on that, part of the USA on the west coast and some of British Columbia. Hawaii, we're watching for Hawaii as well. 8.8, that is a big one. That is a big one. Hopefully it's not as, like, maybe the waves are like maybe a foot or two higher at the moment, and we're hoping it stays like that. We're hoping it stays at that. So that's the news today. Let me see if there's any updates. Let me see if there's any other updates. There's 2,600 people watching that channel. Tsunami warns across the Pacific. Japanese coast braces for record tsunami. So it's worth keeping your eye on that today. CBS, good morning. That, between that and Ozzy Osbourne, lovely Ozzy, he's getting laid to rest today. Ozzy's getting, he's going to be going through Birmingham. He's going to have a wee thing through Birmingham. I hope they're singing. I hope they've got the Paranoid going and the Crazy Train going. Because I don't think Ozzy would have wanted everybody standing around crying and stuff like that. I think that I hope that they have the music blaring for Ozzy and his family as they go by. I don't know if I think Sharon was wanting buried in the family estate. So I don't know if she got permission for that. I'm presuming she did, because I've not heard any more about it or where he's getting laid to rest. But it's a beautiful big house that they've got. I mean, I have Google mapped it. I'll tell you that. I'm so sad about Ozzy as well. I loved Ozzy, and watching the Osbournes was fantastic. But I liked Ozzy before that because my brother had the Paranoid LP, and it was black, and it had like a a samurai warrior or something on it, I remember. And I just belted out Paranoid the whole time. That's my favourite, and then Crazy Train's my second favourite. I love that one too. And listening to my brother playing the Black Sabbath and the Ozzy Osbourne tracks on his guitar, and my brother not being here anymore, it's sentimental. Do you know what I mean? It's sentimental, but see, when you look back on his life, he had a good life, you know. But that's us again looking in. You never know what MD's true family is like. But the Osbournes, watching the Osbournes, that was like the first reality show, wasn't it? Now I think about it, that was the bit. Now how you've got reality, Big Brother, and you've got the Kardashians, and you've got all that now. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. You've got all that now, but back in the day, and that was a good, 30 years ago, something like that, 25 years ago, the Osbournes were on something like that. And they were the first, like, you were in their house and you felt like part of the family, didn't you? It was just, and I remember being shocked because the kids swore. Because I think Kelly was like 16 or something at the time. And the kids would swear. See, even now, I do not swear in front of my father. Now and again, a word will slip out. But, you know, with my mum and dad, I never ever swore in front of them. I'd swear like a sailor when I was outside with my friends. But, yeah, it was good. It was good watching how the other half live, you know. I was watching it recently, and we were in Sharon's wardrobe. Jeez. And she's got a jeweller in, and a jeweller is showing her all these diamonds and pearls. And Kelly's going, much is that? And they're going 120,000 for that necklace. This is going back then to pearls, you know, real pearls, large pearls and diamonds, and she's got them all, and she's got all her bags out, all the Louis Vuittons and Chanels and everything like that. And it's just as if I was grabbing some plastic bags out my cupboard, you know, they were neither here nor there, whereas I was blown away with it. I was like, wow. Golfer girl, are you okay in Guam? Oh my God, yes. Good morning, my beautiful golfer girl. Good morning. It's lovely seeing your wee face again in here. Yeah, the tsunami warning. I've been watching it since I've got up. And fingers, because it's a huge one. It really is a huge one. I've been watching it all morning on Agenda Free TV, but he's come offline now. So I'll need to get somebody else to watch it, because see, our news channels, it's full of rubbish. See, our news channels, I'm telling you, is like who had dinner in the Ritz last night. That's what that, you know, it's going to tell us the real news, like there's tsunamis happening in the world. That's pretty important as far as I'm concerned. I'm glad you're okay though, but I'm keeping my eye on it anyway. I'm keeping my eye on it throughout the day. But 8.8, as I said, the guy went back into the records, and that's numbers. That's joint 6, I think, with Chile or something like that. Joint 6, the most, the highest level. So it is a whopper. And the golf girl. The funny thing was, I was watching the tsunami for. The Phuket one. Where was that? I was in the Indian Ocean, wasn't it, that started? Horvat. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for coming out to chat. That came in, and I remember seeing the beach, and the beach was completely out. The waves were completely out, and everybody's going, look at that. The waves are really... The sea's away out there. That's strange. And that's what it was. It was gaining momentum, and then it just rushes in. And the horror that I can't even imagine, but watching it is terrifying. And people in the water, you know, oh God, well, I think we've all seen the pictures and stuff like that. So that's what you think, but as I said, the guy's got a wee graph going like that, right? And that's like the normal waves. And it's been going up and down, and then up a wee bit more, and down a wee bit more, and up a wee bit more, and down a wee bit more. But it looks as if it's not going to be too bad. My tattoo, do you know, I forget I've got tattoos. But do you know something? I better show you this, right? This is cute. See my wee person on my, wait till I get my Animal Crossing up. Right, where am I? Right, let me get a good, I don't know if I can you zoom in on this? No? I don't know if you can see my wee guy, my wee person there. No, really, but I've got tattoos on her. I've done tattoos on my wee person. That's my wee person at Animal Crossing. She's now got tattoos. Do you know what? People often say, do I regret my tattoos? I don't, if I was to get them like here, I would have probably regretted them, but here and here, they don't bother me. That's my SpaceX, because you know what I'm like, I love my SpaceX and my stars and stuff like that. But wait till I tell you something a bit scary. I can't physically hold your hand right, so you hold your hand like that and pretend it's me holding your hand right. Are we ready for this news? Because I'm a bit terrified myself. I'm holding your hand at the moment. There's meant to be an alien spacecraft, allegedly, in November. We're meant to be seeing an alien spacecraft, according to, I don't know what news sources, but somebody said, and then told somebody else. And then they told their granny, and their granny told the uncle, and the uncle told some of the cousins, and then the cousins went out to play and told their friends about this. Let me see if I can get that. Let me see. Let me see if it comes up. There it is. Jeez. Listen, I'm still holding your hand right. Don't let go. Look at it. Like that. So there we are. Do you know, I have not had a drink for I can't even remember the last time I had a drink, right? But I've not had a drink for months and months. But I'm telling you, the day that bad boy comes bursting through the clouds, I'm away to the shop. I'm away to the shop to get something to down. Monk's wine. I'm away to get a few bottles of monk's wine. I'm going to sit in here and merrily, and probably 20 cigarettes. You know, I've not smoked in years and years, but you know what? I'm alien spacecraft, that's it. Sky, good morning, my sky, good morning. Good morning. I've got my oops, I've got my wee sound meter here. Let me see. Oh, that's a laugh. See, I need to do this. Oh yeah, thank you for coming in, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to need to, what's this one? Drum roll. Alien spacecraft. I should have done that drum roll before I told you the news, but we'll get used to the sound box. The sound box is there. And so is my violin, my wee tiny violin. So is my blood sugar monitor. Should I do no blood sugar, my oxygen? Will we do my oxygen level? Let's do it for giggles. Let's hope it's all right. Oh, well, it's not too bad. 96. 114 heart. My heart races though. My heart. And I've not had any energy drinks before somebody does it energy drinks. I'm drinking Diet Coke. I don't know if that's got caffeine in it, has it? Maybe it has got a wee bit of caffeine in it. Not much though. But my heart races. My heart goes like the clappers. I know it's turning into a real YouTube channel, isn't it, with my sound effects? Aye. So, that's the news today. Good morning, Laura. Good morning. I'm doing good today, Laura. As I'm saying, I just want everybody to be safe today that's in the road of this tsunami, because there was an earthquake in Japan. Golfer girl, I was worried about you. And the Hawaiian Islands, apparently, people are worrying there as well. If you are in any of these places, get to somewhere high until it's safe. They're saying go inner land, go to somewhere high. If you're in like a apartment block or anything like that, go to the top. Just be safe. Need to go out and take pictures of the waves and all that, because you see these people. Remember that hurricane that was happening and everybody was out in the street taking photos? They all had their coats over their head like that, like shh, getting blown away. Crazy. That's what they do here anyway. But the storm here, remember, I was in the hospital for the storm that happened here in January, and I couldn't see anything, but apparently it was a bad one. You're in Hawaii. Oh, go for girl. Hawaii. Oh, I would love to go there one day. That's just the most the exotic place, isn't it, when you think about it, Hawaii. I think he dogged the bounty hunter though, and his wife, what was her name? Beth. I loved Beth. Beth was badass, wasn't she? Beth was. Beth would get the criminals right and shout and bawl at them and that's it and restrain them and everything. But then she would sit down and have a heart to heart like a mother and sit down and say, look, you're going in the wrong direction with your life. You need to change your life around and you can do it and I believe in you. And she was dead nice. I loved Beth. Poor Beth. Your cabin's on the beach. Oh, God, for girl, it'll be beautiful though. This'll all be past by then. This'll all be past by then. And you, oh, sitting on the beach with a coconut drink. This is what I picture in my head. With the lei flower round my neck like that with my coconut. On, maybe a coconut bra on, maybe something like that, and then I can clank it. You know, the dream is there. Watch the talent going by. It's stuffy dreams. It's a stuffy dream, so it is. That's a nightmare scenario for you to think about me sitting with a coconut bikini on, clanking it. Look, it's swirling about my head, so now it's swirling about in yours. Oh. I'm glad you're all doing good. It's the middle of the week, hump day. Do you know what I had wrote on one of my live streams one time? Happy hump day, right? And then about half an hour after I'd finished the live stream, my dad gets in contact with me. Can I ask you what it is? I mean, you don't need to tell me, Hen. You don't need to tell me. But can I ask you what exactly you were doing on your live today? Because I seen it said hump day. I said, Dad, for God's sake. I says, it means the middle of the week. He went, oh, right, I thought it meant something else. My dad thought I was on here doing a bit of... That's what he thought. He thought I was doing that on here. And I said, no, Father. I says, it means the middle of the week. So there you are. But he was like, it's none of my business. You don't need to tell me. He was like, I was like, I've got to. My dad's looked at her and thought she's at an all-time low, isn't she? This is our last resort right here. This is our last resort. She's got nothing left but... See if you get fed up in my sound box, let me know. I love it. He's doing okay, and I'm just saying okay because he does too much. He doesn't like sitting down. And the other day, if we cleaned his fish tank, and then he was out cleaning his car and stuff like that. And I keep telling him just to sit down, but it's a way for him to escape. I think, like, mentally escape for everything that's happening with my wee mum. Again, they're talking about moving her. They're talking about moving her again to a different facility because she's been a wee bit violent again, apparently. And that's not my mum. That is the illness. That is the illness. And in her head, she doesn't know what's going on. People could be attacking her in her own head and she's defending herself. With dementia, you just don't know what's going on. And she's reverting further and further back because now she's asking for her dad. Right now, my granddad died before I was even born, so I never even seen him. The only picture I did see was in his war attire, his war gear, and he was up on, my granny always had an altar in her house with Jesus and some fairy lights and Virgin Mary and a picture of my granddad. That's all I ever seen of him. So she's going way back now. She's asking for her dad. And you've got to go, oh, he's out in the garden just now, he's doing this. And people will say, you know, you're lying to your mum and stuff, but what am I going to tell her? I want to pacify, I don't want her upset. Can you imagine me telling my mum that about them, everybody's dead? You know, you just can't do it. No, Laura. No. Oh. Matthew, I don't mind people, whatever the vote is up to them, but please don't put it in my chat because we don't have, there I've timed you out for that, we don't have any kind of politics in the chat. We like to keep this chat nice and away from all that kind of stuff. But you're free to, you've got your vote, everybody's free to vote for whoever they want, that's the thing. Do you know what that word means, Sky, in Scotland? And I couldn't get over it in America. In America, I was like, oh my God. Do you know, you do know what that word means, right? Okay, because aye, that means ladies' front bit. And I know in America it means your bum. But see, in Scotland, it doesn't mean that. It means, and in fact, the whole of the UK, it means your front bottom. That's right. So when people were going, I need my fanny pack, I was like, oh my God, that just sounds so bad. And the kids were, I'm going, don't you say that now. Don't say that word. I know, it's a shame for my wee mum. It's no her anymore, do you know? It's no her, and I don't know what's going through her mind. She doesn't know. She knows she's not right. Do you know what I mean? She knows she's not right, but she just can't help it. She's still all confused. She's still refusing to take medication and refusing to wash and all this kind of stuff. It's all kicking off. But and I'm no surprised that she's been a wee bit violent because she's in and out patients' rooms. This is why I have questions over this place that she's in, because nobody's watching. She's just allowed to roam about, you know. Did I tell you that she escaped? Did I tell you she escaped for the facility that she's in? I don't think I did, but I'm telling you now. We get a phone call, right? My mum had wandered into the kitchen of this facility, closed the door behind her and locked it. She's in the kitchen. She's forgot how she's got in. I mean, she forgets like that, right? She forgets just like that. So she locks herself in this kitchen that's got knives and pots and gas stoves and irons. It's got everything in it, right? Everything harmful. She's in there. They're trying to open the door like that, right? Open the door. My mum doesn't know how to open the door. My mum's going about like opening drawers and stuff with knives in it and things. And she doesn't know how she got into the place. She doesn't know how to open the door. But there is the emergency exit. You know, the ones that's got the bar that you push the bar down and the door opens. So eventually she finds that door. It's in the kitchen. She pushes the bar down. It opens. The alarms go off in the place. The whole place is off. All the alarms are off. Mum's out in the wild. My mum's outside, like in the wild, like roaming about. They had to run out the front door, go all the way around the building to get her. I'm like, how can this happen? And then you're away. I'm like, it's, that bit's mum, that causing havoc. Do you know what I mean? That's my mum right there, out in the wild. She was. No, in serious, she could have been on the road. I mean, we don't know if there was water there. She could have been in it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. She would have been very, very confused though. She should have been out in the wild and very, very confused. How did I get here? What do I do now? Where is everybody? You know, like that. So they had to run out the main entrance, run and get her. Set up, all the alarms were going off. The other patients would have been like freaking out with this noise as well, but there you are. But she'd have been opening all the drawers, looking in for knives and all that. They'd been all happening. And that I dreaded I wouldn't have liked to have seen what happened in the kitchen or how long she was in there. I don't know. But there you are. That was Mum outside the facility. Now, this is the thing I'm talking about right now. God, there's just so many staff, right? But the patients are just allowed to roam about the whole area. Just she was away in the men's bit the other time. Me and Peter went in. She was away down the men's corridor. We had to go and collect her. Go for girl. See, this is the thing I worry about now. There's busy roads all around about that place that she's in. She could have been out in the road, just standing out in the road. She could have like picked up a knife in the place, and God knows what would happen. Because she doesn't know what she's doing. This is the thing. She needs constant looking after. Whereas these people, and listen, I hate to say it, but every time we go in, it's as if they've got all the people sleeping. They've got all the residents sleeping, right? Just putting them in their bed, just to put them in the bed. One of the Saturdays, me and Pierre went up, and I was sitting with Mum. The worker was sitting on the back, just sitting on her phone, playing Candy Crush or something like that. So she was just sitting doing that. Meanwhile, my mum could have been locking herself in the bloody kitchen again. Locked the door behind her. Forgot how she got in. Forgot how to open the door. They're all banging the door, going, open the door, Agnes, open the door. Like that to my mum. My mum's like, she doesn't know. She's in all the drawers. Listen, I had to laugh. See, once I'd got over it, I was laughing, just thinking, that's her, causing an absolute chaos and commotion in the place, out in the wild. Angela, good morning, good morning. I'm going to be going because I'm going to be watching this tsunami, guys. If you are in the path of the tsunami, please, it might not come to anything at all. It might not come to anything at all, but just be prepared, like have a wee bag and stuff like that with some water and things in it, right? Go to wherever they're telling you to go. I mean, they'll have tornado. They'll have tsunami warnings, and they'll tell you where the safe spot is to go. All the rest of it. Don't be just like, okay, it will not happen, because sometimes things do happen, and it's always good to have a plan and a bag with things in it that you possibly might need. I'm going to be keeping my eye on that, and I'll be keeping my eye on the Ozzy Osbourne funeral, because I loved the man. The man was great, even though I didn't like his choice of doing things with animals and stuff like that. I still, he was off his face at the time, but still. Anyway, guys, I love you all so much. And everyone, good morning, good morning. I know, listen, I can't believe that she was locked herself in the kitchen, but there she did. Locked herself in the kitchen. They were all banging the door. My mum's like opening the drawers with the knives and all that. That was in pots and pans. God knows how long she was in there for. I don't know. Oh, poor Ozzy. Oh, well, hopefully they give him a good send-off anyway, and there's lots of good music, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne music blasting the day for the man. And listen, we just don't know. When you're teased out, you're teased out there. That's a good Scottish saying. It just means when it's your time, it's your time. So tell the people that matter to you how much you love them, and never keep a grudge, right? And never go to bed on an argument. See your significant other. Everybody knows sometimes they can just annoy you, right? To make a better phrase of what I was going to say. Sometimes they can just annoy you and stuff like that, right? But listen, don't go to bed in an argument, right? Just say, look, we can agree to disagree with this. We don't need to talk about this anymore, and that you love the person. That's what we all need. Love and hugs in this day and age. And I love yous all and want to hug yous as well. But I'm going to give yous a big kissy now, right? I'll give yous a cuddle as well. And I'll be back tomorrow to see you. Bye, everyone. Cuddle.